That whole point was pretty much a non-percentage point, wasn't it? He knew, he knows he's got a service break. He's comfortable on serve, although he's been down love 30 on his last 2 service games. McEnroe's had an opportunity, but Becker, knowing he was down 40-15 there, took the attack on the ground strokes and also on the volley.
(4-2) for Becker.
7th game of the 3rd set.
Fred, this is, I mean, it's really good stuff. This isn't it? The boys are playing awfully good tennis. It's not like somebody's losing the match.
Again off his shoelaces, and he goes back behind, a soft volley but with depth, so McEnroe's really got to back pedal to get back and cannot get the little dink cross court. Becker sitting right on top of the net.
15 love. Oh, look at that. Extraordinary. Magnificent.
Cannot do it any better than both players here. This should have been a winner. Becker covers it. Now this one down the line. Becker again at full stretch and just plays it over there as nothing. And he plays that beautifully acute little angle volley inside that service line for the winner.
30 love. He wins one of the next 3 points. He'll be within 1 game of the final of the Paris Open for this year.
He won the inaugural tournament, Boris Becker, in 1986.
Amos Mansdorf won it last year.
Becker has not been beaten indoors on carpet in 1989 as yet. This is probably one of the reasons why.
Boris Becker leads it by 5 games to 2. 1 set all. Wait for us. We'll be back. Becker leads it 5 games to 2 in the 3rd set, 1 set apiece. This is best of 3. The final tomorrow will be best of 5 at 12:30 Eastern Time on ESPN. McEnroe serving.
Only been 5 points against the server in the last 5 games.
Oh yeah, very efficient game from McEnroe, and Becker will serve now for the match at 5 games to 3.
McEnroe racks up ace number 5. So if history goes along with itself as it has the last 4 or 5 games, very few points won against the serve, but you must remember both these men have won Wimbledon on 3 occasions. They know what it's like to serve for the match. See how Boris Becker, the reigning Wimbledon champion, handles this situation.
S'il vous plaît.
just shows that Boris Becker is only human. That's his 6th double fault of the match so far. But you can be assured that he will continue to go for the big one.
As you said, 15 all. Shot. On the run, down the line, clean winner. Becker at full stretch, couldn't make it.
Powerful first serve. Becker off the shoelaces. He looks as though he's got the angle. Good racket preparation there from McEnroe on the full run, and he is a little bit quicker around the court than Boris Becker. He was able to hook that one in. Doesn't use the top spin that Becker uses, but he was able to hook that one right through. And you can see Becker, he thinks he's got the winner, and at full stretch, the typical Boris Becker dive on those big points to no avail. 15-30.
Oh.
Ace number 6 in my official count, or unofficial count, my scorecard.
$30 all. Return a serve from McEnroe off a big Becker boomer. Break point coming up.
S'il vous plaît. Mesdames et messieurs, un peu de silence, s'il vous plaît.
Three big serves into McEnroe at court.
And that's the first time that John McEnroe has their 15-30 a chance, but Becker got that big first serve in and continued to walk in and give McEnroe the look as though to say, well, I've had to come up with it a couple of times. I've got a couple of extras here.
2 points from the match for Becker.
Yeah. That's an unbelievable serve, because he's kept that serve right until a very important occasion. He's been going down the tee the last 2 or 3 service games to the McEnroe forehand, and right when McEnroe anticipated, he moved a little bit to the forehand. Becker breaks it wide into the corner on the backhand to set up match point.
S'il vous plaît.
There's a very relieved Boris Becker. It took a lot out of him to win that match. It always does, doesn't it, to beat John McEnroe. McEnroe puts his arm around the man that he gave so much trouble to, and Becker wins it in 3 sets. He won the first set, the tiebreaker. McEnroe came back, won the second set 6-3. One breaker serve early in the first set was all that he had and all that Becker needed. So Becker wins it 6-3 in the final set. And Fred Stolle, that was just one heck of a match from both players. It was one not behind errors but winners.
Well, most definitely a classic tennis match between two great champions. As you mentioned earlier, they've both won Wimbledon championships 3 times, and Boris Becker proved that he could take all that John McEnroe handed to him there. And of course, John McEnroe, a feisty competitor, put his arms around Boris Becker. He wants to battle. He can use everything he's got in his repertoire. And Boris Becker, the winner, is down with our own Mary Carrillo.
Thanks, Fred. Boris, you had to put up with both McEnroe's brilliance today and his nonsense. How were you able to handle both so well?
You know, I knew before that, you know, John is always going to have, you know, his strong play, and he's also going to have some nervous moments, and I knew that, and I said at the beginning of the match, you know, I really have to stay calm today. It doesn't matter what happens.
What did he say to you at the end there? I mean, he seemed so warm and friendly after what could have been, you know, something else.
No, we have been going together quite well in the last couple of weeks, and you know, just in such a hectic match, you know, there are a couple of words here and there, but at the end we both said that we had a great match, and that's it.
All right, well done. That was a lot of fun to watch. Back upstairs.
Boy, there's a man who knows exactly what it's all about, isn't there? He is in the final of the Paris Open over John McEnroe in 3 sets. We'll be back to Paris with more in just a moment.